Whoa. What's up with y'all out there? You know I was out here combing my beard. Listen here. Let me catch a good vibe for my peoples. Good game all around. Came to get down. Kissing babies and shaking hands, man. I'm out here doing. Look, you hear me? What the? I got to do out here, making it black open. You are now experiencing the world famous BossMack podcast. RNS, y'all. RN motherfucking S. Oh, yes. Today is a beautiful day. I'm happy as fuck to be up in here doing this. Y'all niggas already know how I get down. Nothing but the good game when I come around. BossMack topsoil, y'all got to love the sound. Whoa! Yes, indeed. Here to give you what you need with speed. Real niggas always in the lead. We always in the lead, y'all. We always in the lead. We always in the lead. What's happening? What's happening, man? What's happening, man? God bless everybody. You know the BossMack being here, combing his beard. You all know how I get down. Look, I hope these words reach you in good spirits. I hope these words reach you in good spirits, man. I hope you woke up next to a happy bitch this morning. You understand me? And if you didn't wake up next to a happy bitch, I still wish and hope that you woke up on some crisp, clean sheets. When you went to the bathroom, it was extra clean, spick and span, shower clean. When you went to your refrigerator, it was packed with food, you understand me? I hope, man, when you checked your pockets, you had plenty of bread, your pockets was fat, your chili right, bills paid, everything paid. You know what I'm saying? I hope you woke up with a lot of energy and enthusiasm and glee in this motherfucker. Blessings, man. I hope everything was good for you. Somebody just blessed me with paper quickly, $18. I appreciate Michael Bell, what the hell? I appreciate that early, hitting the cash out. Keeping the BossMack motivated and focused. Look, I hope everything is good with you. I hope when you went to your car and you pushed the button for the start, it just started right up. You know what I'm talking about? I hope when you turned, if you had a key in that motherfucker, I hope when you turned the key, it just started right up. You understand me? Blessings. Y'all see what it is? You know what I'm saying? Look, I got on my protection today. Damn. Shit, a little thing broke up. Yeah, on the mic stand. Hold on. God protects me from sour bitches. You dig? God protects me from sour bitches. I had a bitch tell me, it was like, God don't protect you from sour bitches. I said, yes, he do. Are you kidding me? Because if you sour, he protecting me from you right now. Because you identifying yourself. Hit the like button for this guy. We out here, man. Good vibrations all around. Feeling good like you know I should. Feeling good like you know I should. It's a beautiful day already. Look, God woke you up, man. God woke you up. That means you got another shot to make it happen. Like these broke niggas rapping. Blessings. Y'all see the name of the show. Y'all see the name of the show. Sucker Attack Prevention, nigga. The art of sucker attack prevention. You understand me? Hit the like button for this game. The art of sucker attack prevention. Man, shout out to the chat, though. Shout out to the chat, Yale B. I seen Yale B. I seen Yale B from the gate, man. I be seeing Yale B early, bro. Yale B be early in here. Shout out to Yale B, Kinfolk, Mr. Ethos. What is happening? What's happening? Come on, man. Joe Blast. Bobby Transparency in this motherfucker. Bobby Transparency in this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? I dodged the trap in this motherfucker. TJ. Mr. Bogart. We in here. Red Jet Shell, what the hell? Come on, man. Michael in this motherfucker. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Kinfolk, I don't know. I might have missed Kinfolk in this motherfucker. Kinfolk in this motherfucker. Yes, indeed. We here, man. We here, bro. We here. We here. We here. And I'm going to tell you straight out. Shop BossMack Streetwear. Get your BossMack Streetwear issue. You see I got on that BossMack Streetwear right now. Irv, is that Irv in this motherfucker? Irv in this motherfucker. Get your BossMack Streetwear issue, man. You know, when you shop BossMack Streetwear, you keep the BossMack alive and in motion. You know what I'm saying? You know, you keep a nigga in motion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the niggas out there that be putting game in the air. Shout out to all the niggas that be putting game into the air. All my game kings brethren and shit like that. Mr. Lucario and Miles in the game and Steve the Dean and Mr. 1950. You understand me? Shout out to all them niggas, man. Shout out to everybody putting game in the air, man. Rest in peace, Sinful to P, man. I got my Fiji water right here, man. I got my Fiji water, man. Freeze is it. All them niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button for this gang. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the niggas that be putting game in the air, man, because it's a whole lot of suckerism in the air right now. There's a whole lot of suckerism in the air. Niggas getting restraining orders put on them because they can't control their bitches, putting hands on bitches. Niggas getting restraining orders put on them. We about to witness a motherfucker go to prison because of a sucker attack. We about to witness a nigga go to prison because of a sucker attack. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? We about to witness it. Shout out to Kid Cudi. Got up there and told on Diddy. As I predicted. Ain't no shame on Kid Cudi though. I know a lot of niggas mad. A lot of gangsters is mad and disgusted. I A lot of gangsters was disgusted yesterday. I heard a lot of gangsters talking. A lot of gangsters was mad at Kid Cudi. You know what I'm saying? A lot of gangsters just was like, man, are we gonna see Diddy go? Oh my God, dude, are we gonna see Diddy get an L just because he put hands on his bitch? Are we gonna see Diddy get an L because he put hands on his bitch? Gangsters was disgusted. Niggas. What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see a nigga get an L? Gangsters was disgusted. They was disgusted yesterday. I seen a bunch of them. It's better to be alone and fuck sometime because sex makes you weak all around. Come on, man. Look. Hey, man. Let me say something, man, about fucking a lot. Let me say something about fucking a lot. I always like to look to the animals. You know what I'm saying? I like to look at the animals out there, man. You know, I like to look at, like, one of my favorite ones. I just did a little clip on it. The Pallas' cat. The Pallas' cat. The Pallas' cat. You know, the Pallas' cat go into heat for like 1 or 2 or 3 days out the year. And when the bitch go in the heat, she go into a male's territory because he holding down a vast territory. She go into his territory and piss on some shit, and he smell her, and he come knock it down. That 1 day, 2 days. And then that's it for the rest of the year. He on the grind. He holding down the territory, violent, making sure he maintain. You know what I'm saying? All this fucking every day, all the time, man. What the fuck? Hey, I'ma say this. With regard to Diddy, I do think, I still, you know, I'm maintaining this. I feel like Diddy was using Cassie. I feel like Diddy was using Cassie for some type of magical ritual something, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all need to y'all need to pull up some Aleister Crowley, man. Pull up some Aleister Crowley sex magic. I'm telling y'all, man. Look, I feel like Diddy was doing some type of magic shit, trying to maintain his money and wealth and power, bro. I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. And I know motherfuckers like BossMack, you tripping, man. Hey, man. I don't know, man. But anyway, we about to see Diddy go to jail. Diddy going to prison because of a Sucka attack, though. A Sucka attack. Most grumpy cat. Yeah, man, you checked it out. Pallas' cat, man. Yeah, the Pallas' cat, man. The Pallas' cat is a gangster, bro. Is a gangster. Live in Mongolia and shit. Living hell of a below zero and hella hot. Shout out to the Pallas' cat. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was looking up some shit. I was thinking about getting one of them motherfuckers. But they can't. They so gangster. Them cats is so gangster that they can't live. They can't live in captivity, man. They get depressed if they live. If you domesticate a Pallas' cat, it get depressed, and it'll stop eating because it want to hunt. It don't. Pallas's cats don't like you feeding them and shit. They need to hunt. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about that, man. I was like, that's a gangster motherfucker. Like, nigga, once you put it in a cage, it just stop eating and get mad and just die and shit. Hit the like button for this game. Yeah, man. The Pallas's cat. Hey, check me out, though. Look. If you need some game, because thou art struggling with dying bitches or bitch, if you need some game, holla at the BossMack Topsoil. I got the reasonable race that's great. Hit me up in the description, schedule some time. If thou art struggling with dying bitch or bitches, you know what I'm saying? And I know, man, hey, in these times right now, it's kind of, you know, it's getting wicked out there, man. You know, a lot of niggas, man, is in want of game. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, holla at the BossMack Topsoil, man. You know, hey, I love chopping it up with my peoples, man. I will take time, valuable time out of my day to chop it up with you. And best believe, every hour of my day is grinding, nigga. I be grinding. The BossMack is grinding around the clock, nigga, around the clock grinding. So me taking time out to chop it up with you is some shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So seize the moment. Holla at the BossMack Topsoil while he on top of land, while I'm on top of land. So you can say you hollered at the BossMack Topsoil, man, because none of us are promised tomorrow. You understand me? Not even the BossMack, man. One of these bitches break loose and knock the BossMack down, man, because, you know, hey, man, you know, checking bitches be dangerous sometimes, man. They be dangerous. Bitches don't take it good. Hit the like button for this game. Bitches be like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. BossMack gotta be like the Matrix out here, man. You know, like Neo getting shot at. Hit the like button for this game. Thrive off the grind, not the spoon-fed grapes. Come on now. JJ and his son said there are 50 of them in captivity and hard to breathe. They died, bro. You can't. They don't want to eat, nigga. They can't, you know. They don't like being in the, nigga. They know they locked up. The motherfuckers know. They like, nigga, I am in prison. Fuck this. Fuck this prison shit. Shout out to Seneca. I was just thinking about some Seneca. See that the Pallas's cat made me think about Seneca. Made me think about Seneca. I remember Seneca was talking about how certain people, it's impossible for them to be slaves. It's impossible for them to be slaves. He was talking about Spartans. He said Spartans, back at that time, it was impossible for them to be slaves, even Spartan kids. It was like if you tried to put them in slavery, a motherfucker would run into the wall and kill theyself. If you ever unrestrained a motherfucker, if you didn't have a motherfucker just shackled down, if you unshackled a motherfucker, instead of working for you, a motherfucker will run into the wall head first and kill himself before he be a slave. So he said certain people, it's impossible for them to be slaves. And that made me think about the Pallas's cat. Like the Pallas's cat cannot be, It is not going to survive in a zoo. It's going to die. It's going to stop eating. Today, my chick said, I love you, but I can't do this. How can I actually go within self and replace and get past this thing? Speak on the mental. I'm not talking about getting more chicks, though. $10. Today, my bitch said, I love you, but I can't do this. How can I actually go within self and rejoice and get past the sting? Man, you know, it's impossible to get past the sting, man. You just stung, bro. You just stung, man. And, you know, it's painful when a bitch say she don't want to fuck with you no more, man. But, you know, life goes on. It's like a death. It's like accepting death, you know, when somebody die, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know what you're saying, man. You don't want to go holler at another bitch or nothing like that. But, you know, I find that it's always good. That's why, I always have other bitches to talk to, man. Like, I maintain relations with bitches, you know what I'm saying? I don't never just don't have no bitches to talk to, man. And I find as long as I'm getting female energy from different places, man, it soothes the blow. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I just need to connect with bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like the yin yang symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on my yang, and you know sometimes I just need to connect with a bitch and get the yin and you know just feel a little bit better, man. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no getting past the sting. Just like when somebody die, you know what I'm saying? It's just a disciplinary thing and an acknowledgement of, okay, a bitch wants to leave me alone. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's cool. Well, it's like a book. It's like reading a book, man. You know, you start from page 1. That's when you met the bitch. And then, you know, at some point in time, you're going to get to the last page. And the last page might be a bitch saying, I don't want to fuck with you no more. Or the last page might be like, you don't want to fuck with the bitch no more. Or the last page is one of y'all die or the bitch die. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, man, and I always find an ability to rejoice and celebrate and remember the good times and then just say, hey, man, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And then I think about, then, you know, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm gonna do an inventory check, you know what I'm saying? Because if a bitch is like, I can't fuck with you no more because A, B, C, D, and F and L, you know, then I'm gonna review what a bitch said. I'm gonna be like, okay, am I really faulty in these areas? Am I faulty in these areas? I'm gonna do a realistic inventory on it. I'm gonna be like, well, maybe I need to tighten up on this and I maybe need to tighten up on that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to keep it pushing and stepping, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm going to learn from that and keep it pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, whenever you're having human interactions, you know what I'm saying, and then shit is in, it's a little sting there. You know, you just got to accept some shit, you know, accept it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I always find solace. I just like talking to bitches, bro. You ain't gotta be fucking. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could be having like, you know, you fucking this bitch right here, but you could have 2 or 3, 4 other bitches over here you interact with every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It just, cause you got, I just need that. Me personally, I just need that input from bitches. You know what I'm saying? I just need that input from bitches, man. You know. Hit the like button. Do you think it matter? Busy for $5. He said the way I got over my ex, I picture her getting a train ran on her by 5 white dudes. Oh, that's a good mental exercise right there. Do you think it matter to smoke when fasting? Busy, I appreciate that $5. Joe Blaz, it hurts. Balls, but you can't escape. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ain't no escaping the sting, homie. Ain't no escape. Ain't no escape. Ain't no escape, my nigga. Yeah, B. Okay, do you think it matter to smoke when fasting? You know what? I still smoked when I was fasting. You know what I'm saying? I still smoked. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be smoking like that no more. So, when I fast now, I don't smoke. But when I was smoking weed, I smoked when I was fasting. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed like when I got out there in them days, up past 10 days and shit like that, the weed was hitting way different. It was having a much dramatic effect on a nigga. It didn't make me hungrier either. It just hit different. You know what I'm saying? And that made me wonder. It made me wonder. I started wondering about the spiritual effects of weed. You know what I'm saying? I started wondering about the spiritual effects of weed. Right now, it's a funny thing, man, because as I winded down my weed smoking to where I really don't really ever smoke weed, um, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's very difficult for me to smoke weed now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And this is a nigga that smoked weed for years every day. It's very difficult to smoke weed now. Shout out Bobby Transparency. I don't know, man. I don't know if I have a favorite. I gotta think about it. Boss, he's supposed to be sober when fasting. Hey, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck though, man. I was smoking when I fasted for 24 days. I was smoking during that time. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make me, But now I'm on some different shit though. So I'm just saying what I did. You know what I'm saying? And I know that, my prayers were still strong and all that shit. Everything was still good. You know what I'm saying? I was having the fasting experience like a motherfucker, but it didn't make me no more hungry or nothing like that. You know. But I'm gonna tell you though, man, it's hard for me to smoke weed now. That shit is hard, bro. You know what I mean? I get overwhelmed, nigga. I be like, God damn, nigga, have a full blown panic attack. Let me see. Phoenix Smile said, do not smoke. I don't know, man. I thought the rosters smoked weed and read the Bible, so I don't know if it's really I don't know, man. Smoking is some spiritual shit, bro. Smoking weed is some spiritual shit, bro. The more I think about it, the more I think about it. Red just said she ain't never smoked ever. Shout out to Red Just Shell, never smoking. But yeah, man, it's hard to smoke weed now for the BossMack, man. Nigga paranoid than a motherfucker, man. Nigga have a panic attack like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? JJ and the Son, how you know that? How you know that? I feel like I was blessed. I feel like I was blessed like a motherfucker though. I felt like I was super blessed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was super blessed. But I'ma see, cause I'm about to start another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to knock down that 40. I'm gonna try to knock down that 40 in a minute. Visionary star. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm starting to, you know what? Me and my people's been talking about the weed that's out there right now, man. And I was thinking, man, I ain't never experienced this much paranoid shit with weed, bro. Like, I don't know if they putting some extra shit on the weed or something, man, but nigga, I mean, a high level paranoid every time a nigga smoke, nigga barely hit the weed, nigga just get full paranoia thoughts about unlimited. Like, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Nigga cannot, man. I think it's legal because it keep black people in a slump. I started smoking for 6 months and made my first 100K. Bro. Bro. Hey, I'm starting to wonder about that, man. But then, the dispensary over here be packed with white people, though, man. It's a dispensary around the corner, man, that I used to fuck with. It be packed with white people and shit. You know what I'm saying? And one of the last times I smoked, I went and linked up, and I still ain't even started that. That sponsorship yet. I was supposed to start that sponsorship. I still ain't did it yet. I went and linked up with a white boy and smoked with him. I was like, what the fuck? Nigga barely made it home and shit. They doing witchcraft on the bud, BossMack. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know, man. The weed is different. I made more money when I smoked. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Funny thing though, man, about drugs, man. I noticed that all the YNs be off the perks, and They be off the perks and the lean. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like the line of demarcation. The line of demarcation between the old niggas and the young niggas is the drugs. You know, the motherfuckers on perks and off the lean. And bitches and the young bitches want you to fuck them off the perks. You know what I'm saying? People can use drugs and alcohol to get closer to God in a controlled spirit environment for religious purposes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. That's what I was thinking. Because I know the rosters be smoking weed and reading the Bible. I'm starting to think you got to be in a spiritual ceremony or some type of shit to be smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking that now, man, cause I'm like, man, weed be like, it be like too much. I can't. It's too. I can't. You know, I used to smoke weed and get creative and shit. I can't do that no more. I used to smoke weed and get paranoid in a motherfucker. You said the seeds are compromised, so it don't matter who you get it from. Yeah, it seemed like the weed is all different, man. Like, you know, nigga used to smoke and get uplifting, feel good feelings and happy and ready for conversation and engaging and thinking sideways and coming up with some shit. You know, a nigga used to could smoke weed and sit down with a notepad, empty notepad, and come up with some shit. Now as a nigga smoke weed and just engulfed with paranoia. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been able to get no creativity from no alcohol, though, man. Alcohol is just, nah, I can't do it. You know. Hey man, I the last few times I smoked weed, I knew I was gonna get paranoid, and I still got paranoid, and it still fucked me up, man. I end up having to be like, shit, I gotta lay down. I gotta lay down and go to sleep and get this shit off of me. I gotta get it off of me. For real. I gotta get that shit off of me. Hit the like button for this game. I be having to get that shit off of me, man. All right. Niggas in the nose. Niggas in the motherfucking nose. And like I said, the art of sucker attack prevention. We are, like I said, we are witnessing a man about to go to prison because of a sucker attack. Far worse than I thought. The sucker attack was far worse than I thought. You know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi. You know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi. Hit the like button, Red Jet Shell. I appreciate that $10. Friday Dime for Boss and Boss Cat. I appreciate that. You know what? I be smoking both. You know, and they both be having the same effect. I noticed that. I tried to smoke sativa and I tried to smoke indica and it was the same shit. Same shit. Red Jet Shell, I appreciate that $10. It was the same, bro. What does Cudi mean? That's his last name, Scott Mescudi. That's his name, Scott Mescudi. You know what I'm saying? Scott Mescudi. Scott Mescudi. Kid Cudi say he didn't even know Cassie was fucking with Diddy. He didn't even know. He knew he used to fuck with her. He just started fucking with her. He didn't know. He didn't know. Shout out to this motherfucker right here, man. This motherfucker right here. Inner City Press. See, that's his name. We call Scott Mescudi. Kid Cudi takes the witness stand in leather jacket, white shirt, and blue jeans. Mr. Johnson, what do you do for work? Mescudi. I'm an actor and musician known as Kid Cudi. Show him a picture. Who is this? Cassie. Mescudi. We dated in 2011. Hella long time ago. Who else was she involved with? Sean Combs. What do you know about their status? Mescudi. She and Combs had some problems. They weren't dating anymore. In December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5:30, 6 a.m. Look, hella early in the morning. She said Sean Combs had found out about us. She said she asked me to pick her up, so I did. Why? She was worried. Can you imagine that? What was her demeanor? Very stressed and worried. Where did you go? The Sunset Marquise. Went and got her some luxury hotel. I thought it was safe. Off the radar. Who else did you speak with? Capricorn Clark. She sounded near tears. That's Diddy. That's Diddy assistant. What did she say? That Sean Combs in the car near my house. Brian Steele, objection. Overruled. You called Sean Combs, I did. He said, I'm over here waiting for you. Sean Combs in his motherfucking house. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Think about that for a second. You fucking with a bitch. You think she don't fuck with a nigga no more. Then one day a bitch call you and say, oh my God, my ex nigga found out about us. Help. And you got to take that bitch in the morning at 5:30 and you got to take a bitch to a hotel room. Scared. And then while you over there with the bitch, you get a call from the nigga and he talking about he at your house? He at your house. Shout out to Kinfolk for that $5. A nigga is at your house behind a bitch. He said, I'm over here waiting for you. I'm over here waiting for you. When you arrive, what did outside look like? Pretty normal. Any security camera? Yes, but I found that they weren't working. Disabled the security camera. Nigga, but the security cameras had been moved. Did you move them? No. What did you see inside your home? Gifts were open, some stuff I got from Chanel, and they put my dog in a bathroom. Kid Cudi told. Kid Cudi told. So Diddy went to his house. Diddy went to his house. Can you imagine that? A nigga in your house. Diddy went to his house.
Diddy Combs' federal trial saw bombshell testimony from rapper Kid Cudi, who alleged that Diddy retaliated against him after learning that Cudi was dating Cassandra Ventura Fine, culminating in a supposed Molotov cocktail attack on Kid Cudi's car. The jury also heard disturbing accounts of abuse, secret aliases, and more details of an alleged pattern of...
Look at Diddy hair is white.
Long Crimes reporter Elizabeth Milner to get the inside...
Diddy hair is white.
The prosecution presented and everything the defense did in return. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey everybody, this is another Law and Crime legal alert. If you received Depo-Provera birth control shots and were later diagnosed with a brain or spinal tumor called meningioma, prosecution's going. So we're going to get into all of this. I want to bring back on, I should say, here on Sidebar, Law and Crimes reporter Elizabeth Milner, who has been inside that courtroom for every day of this action, including today. So much to get into, Elizabeth. Before we even get into Kid Cudi, just tell me, we haven't talked about it in a while, what is the atmosphere in the courtroom? Who's showing up for Diddy? And overall, what's his demeanor like?
Yeah, so when Diddy comes inside the courtroom, he's still in kind of those muted colors. He's still wearing sweaters. He still has white button-ups underneath. He still wears the slacks. Of course, he can't have a belt or have shoelaces tied to his shoes or anything like that. But as far as today's appearance goes, today Diddy was in the gray sweater, white undershirt, and gray slacks. When he comes inside the courtroom, more often than not, he's hugging his attorneys. He's kind of doing like a hand clap with them, dabbing them up, that type of thing. Then he goes over to the defense table. He essentially takes his seat. Then he's starting to kind of essentially get to work. Where he's down next to his attorney. He's speaking with him, more likely to talk about what's going to be happening today and that type of thing. But as far as just who's in the courtroom, it's still a different presence than it was on the first couple of days of trial. And that today specifically, we didn't see his sons, we didn't see his daughters inside the courtroom, nor did we see his mother. However, he did have family in there, and that was, of course, being his sister, Keisha, who's been in the courtroom every single day of this week. But as far as other support goes, he did have one of his childhood friends inside that courtroom, too, and then possibly some of the public who are just generally fans of Diddy. The other day, I actually saw somebody in the gallery who was sitting kind of towards the back row on the public side, giving Diddy kind of a heart, and then Diddy gave the heart back because he also sometimes goes by love. And so I think he kind of appreciates the public support when he's inside the courtroom. But for the most part, he's essentially getting inside that courtroom, getting to work, and anticipating what's going to be coming of another day of trial.
It's fascinating because we do a lunch show every day, and I would say the majority of people who watch and take the polls, They think the evidence supports his conviction. They think he's guilty. I think that's a fair estimation, a lot of what we're seeing. But you also have the support.
Look at Diddy
online, on social media. I think
look at Diddy under normal.
this, and it does become a question how much of the evidence is actually swaying their opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, it only matters about the jury. And what did the jury hear today? So they heard from Kid Cudi. Okay, so when he shows up, by the way, I mean, he shows up in a leather jacket. He's wearing a white T-shirt underneath. There were pictures of him coming into the court smoking.
Another thing that's taking an effect right here is that Kid Cudi is a beloved figure to bitches. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that energy is apparent. That energy is gonna have an effect. His energy is more, his energy is bring happiness to the courtroom and uplift, and bitches was uplift, and you can see that his star power is greater than Diddy. Diddy have like a different kind of star power, you know what I'm saying? You know, see, I feel like Kid Cudi, hey man, see, you can see the star power.
A cigarette. I mean, the guy is like a superstar. He comes right in, A-list celebrity. Now, people might be saying, what is his connection to this case? He did come up during Cassandra Ventura's testimony. So let's talk about this. He gets on the stand, okay? Two questions for you. First of all, let's take it piece by piece. What did he say about how he first got involved with Cassandra Ventura and what the relationship was like? And what was his overall demeanor like?
Well, when he was inside the courtroom, he was super casual. I will say, Jesse, that when
Look at
a
that
lot of
bitch loving.
when the government
Bitches
was
loving.
calling his name as the next witness to come to the stand, I will say most of the people inside that courtroom, with the exception of the defense table, the prosecutors, everyone just turned around in their seat to get a look of Kid Cudi.
Everybody
Kid Cudi
loving.
walking
Good
inside that
energy.
courtroom. I'm telling you, everybody's back was turned to see him go inside that courtroom, take the witness stand. So there was a lot of anticipation for his testimony today, especially from us in the media, as well as
Look at how the
people who are
artists
just
captured
general
him.
fans of Kid Cudi. So yes, to your point, Jesse, he is
Relaxed.
very casual even while on the stand, and he appeared casual while testifying today. He did have that black motorcycle jacket. He had his earring in. He had a white T-shirt on. He had jeans on, and just walked up to the witness stand as, you know, this
Bitches
was just
loving.
any other day. But you could tell that
Bitches
this is something
loving
he doesn't
him.
do very often, as far as, you know, testifying in a federal courtroom, and because he would say things like one-liners that were a little funny, and then he would say things like, "What you say now?" And it's just like, it was so
Bitches
casual
love
on
it.
the stand, and it was a little funny at times. But just as far as his involvement in the case, he's been a name that a lot of people have been hearing multiple times since testimony began, but they're not hearing Kid Cudi. What they're hearing is Scott Mescudi, his...
You're right, Bobby Transparency, you're right. You're right. They all went back to young. Cats judging themselves based on celebrity looks. DJ Khaled, I was just about to say him. That nigga look crazy. Yeah, that nigga look crazy. And you know what, man? I feel like everybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Motherfuckers be, hey, man. Diddy there.
Real name, his government name, I should say. But as far as his connection to the case, he and Cassie started off as friends together.
Look at that.
We're gonna
Bad
start working
bitch.
together on this song. Diddy kind of try to set that up for them so that way Cassie could have a song with Kid Cudi. But the two became close, and the two I'm talking about, of course, being Kid Cudi and Cassie Ventura. They became close and romantically close as well, too. So as far as his involvement in the case, he said he dated Cassie back in 2011, something we knew from Cassie's testimony as well, too. And he said that he knew around that time that Cassie and Diddy had some problems, but he said that they weren't dating at that time. That's what his understanding was of their entire situation. So then as we're getting into the exhibits, they do show a photo of Capricorn Clark, and she kind of plays a role into it, and I'll get into that in just a second. But We see a photo exhibit of Capricorn Clark, a photo exhibit that we've seen a number of times. And Kid Cudi said that she was a friend of Cassie's. Didn't even necessarily mention that she also worked for Diddy. I think he kind of slipped that in at the end, but really the focus was that she was a friend of Cassie's. Now we get into December of 2011. This is around the time that Cassie and Kid Cudi are dating one another. But police came to Kid Cudi's home because he had a break-in at his home. And it was really interesting kind of how he was just explaining from his side of the story, just about all the events that occurred. So he said that day actually started with a call from Cassie around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and Diddy had found out that the two were dating one another.
Imagine that. A bitch hit you at 5:30 in the morning talking about her ex-nigga has found out. And it's hostilities. We got to move now. Action has to be taken now at this time in the morning because of a nigga is enraged about a bitch.
And Cassie sounded really stressed on this phone call. So what Kid Cudi did was he went and picked up Cassie. He took her to a hotel, the Sunset Marquis in California, to make sure that she was in a safe place and away from Diddy, essentially, because she just sounded so stressed and nervous during this phone call. Kid Cudi, again, at the time, didn't even realize that she was still kind of dealing with him. She being Cassie, still dealing with Diddy. And so Diddy had asked, I guess, for Kid Cudi's address, and I think this was a point that the defense later drove home, was that Cassie was the one who gave Diddy Kid Cudi's address. And so
Now, imagine that. Imagine you fucking with a bitch and her ex-nigga, her nigga, press her and like, you better tell me where a nigga live at. And she let a nigga know where you live at. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
He said that he didn't know what Diddy was necessarily going to do. So when they were at the hotel, he actually spoke to Capricorn Clark on the phone. He said, as far as Capricorn Clark's connection to it, that Capricorn hung out with Kid Cudi and Cassie a lot of times. That's what Kid Cudi had said on the stand. But during this particular phone call, Capricorn sounded scared and kind of on the verge of fear because Sean Combs, aka Diddy, one of his affiliates, who we don't know the name of this other person, and Capricorn Clark were actually at Kid Cudi's house while Kid Cudi wasn't even there. So that
at his house
was inside Kid Cudi's home, according to Kid Cudi, during this incident. So Kid Cudi actually went home after he got this call from Capricorn Clark, and then we see an exhibit photo of Kid Cudi's old home, a home where the break-in had occurred, and we see the front door gate. And he describes this neighborhood as like quiet and family-oriented, not thinking that break-ins really happen in this particular neighborhood. And so he actually ends up getting on the phone with Diddy when he's driving back and rushing back to his home. And
yeah, he said Cassie moving niggas like chess pieces. Cassie, man, bro. Once a bitch she would have been, I'd have been done with a bitch. Soon as she did, I'm like, bitch, I put you in a hotel room and you done told this nigga where I live at, bitch. Are you serious? What the fuck? And this nigga is at my house. It go from a bitch calling me at 5 in the morning. I go try to help a bitch. And then while I'm helping a bitch, the nigga is at my house. At my house. And I just got a bitch a hotel room, and the nigga is at my house.
Cudi, he, was very casual on the stand, and by casual, he also used a lot of profanity on the stand as well, too. So he said mother effer You know what I mean? Are you in my house? Diddy responded, I just want to talk to you. And these are Kid Cudi's words. It's not like we heard a voice note or anything like that. This is what Kid Cudi had recalled about this entire situation. But Diddy had responded, I'm here waiting for you, here being at Kid Cudi's home. And surprisingly, and this is something Kid Cudi had said, that Diddy sounded pretty calm on the phone while this was happening. So he gets home, he sees the security cameras aren't adjusted the way that they normally are.
That's some mafia shit. That's some mafia shit. Like, niggas is just at your house. That's that shit that Suge Knight used to do back in the days. You know, show up to where, you know, he at your spot where you kick it at. He just pull up and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how he did Vanilla Ice.
Turned down as if somebody had moved them. They're turned in the opposite angle. And Kid Cudi said he wasn't the one that moved those security cameras. So when he got home, his suspicion alarms just ran and ran and ran, because he said that gifts were open on his kitchen counter. It was stuff from Chanel. He said his dog was in the bathroom at this time, and his dog normally, just like a lot of our pets, just runs free around the home whenever the pet parent isn't at home or isn't present. But his dog in this particular incident was shut behind a bathroom door, and he had this dog for a 2-year time period even prior to this incident, and he noticed that his dog's behavior started to change after this break-in, that the dog became jittery and was on edge all the time. And Kid Cudi got back into his car and called Diddy because he was looking for him. He wanted to fight him. He was that mad, he says. And so after the phone call, or after he was trying to look for Diddy to essentially possibly beat him up, Kid Cudi said he kind of thought about the situation, the reality and gravity of what could be another situation. So what he ended up doing was he actually called the police. He returned home, and by the time he had returned home after looking for Diddy, the police were there, and he had filed a police report about this break-in incident.
And what's interesting about it is, because I think obviously it goes to a number of factors. So the idea that Capricorn Clark made the allegation, right, that she was taken by Sean Combs and an affiliate to Kid Cudi's place, that goes to what? Kidnapping, one of the alleged predicate crimes for racketeering. The more that establishes that he was, breaking into his home, goes to this pattern of criminal activity. Again, the jury has to digest the fact that Sean Combs was a leader of a criminal enterprise for racketeering. And I think that this is essential for it. But now we go into something else, right? Now we go into the allegation that Sean Combs had blown up Kid Cudi's car. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it was something that we have kind of known about for a while now, right? Because it was actually laid out in Cassie's federal lawsuit.
I ain't even know he had broke into a nigga house first. I just heard about the blew up the car. I ain't even know about the was in a nigga house. This is the essence of a sucker attack. This is a billionaire nigga. And see, and it's interesting how Joe Blast was talking about he had a bitch that don't want to fuck with him no more, right? And here we have a billionaire dealing with a bitch that don't want to fuck with him no more. And look what a billionaire did. Broke in a nigga house, blew up a nigga car behind a bitch that want to leave and don't want to let a bitch leave. Now, like I said, I think Diddy was doing some magic or something with a bitch and needed the bitch for that. So he on some demonic shit. But the Sucka attack is he finna go to prison for this Sucka attack. This is the nail in the coffin right here.
which we know was filed one day, settled the next day back in November of 2023. But as far as this arson goes, this Molotov cocktail inside Kid Cudi's Porsche, this happened on January 9th of 2016. So it was just about a week or two after he and Cassie had even broken up. And so he said that he was over at his ex-girlfriend's sister's house at this
He not even fucking with the bitch no more, and the nigga blew up his car.
time, and he got a call from his dog's babysitter, his dog sitter at the time, and got a call that his car was on fire and it caught fire. And so Kid Cudi on the stand said, she told me my car was on fire. I immediately went to my house. So he gets to his house, he sees his car in the driveway, and then that's when we see a bunch of exhibit photos. And this was kind of the first time I think that we've really seen just the damage of the car and what it really entailed in the aftermath of this Molotov cocktail being lodged into Kid Cudi's car. So we saw photos of the damaged car. We saw kind of a cut open roof from the Molotov cocktail. The roof was blown out. And according to Kid Cudi, the person who took those photos wasn't Kid Cudi himself. It was actually Kid Cudi's best friend Chip who had taken these photos. And so we see more exhibit photos of the driver's side door.
Diddy.
With all the smoke damage. We see a hole in the roof again. We see the damage to the driver's side again with the burned seats. And then Kid Cudi said that when he arrived home, he did see the damage, but he also saw the burnt bottle, aka the Molotov cocktail, on the ground outside of the car. He said it was
Ryan still
kind of
can't save
on the driver's
Diddy.
side of the car. And he said when he had arrived home as well too, that police were at his home and his car wasn't even able to be repaired after the fire. And he was asked about his reaction by prosecutor Emily Johnson, and his reaction was, what the F-U-C-K? And so that was just kind of another moment of Kid Cudi, even though it's a serious situation, but still coming off just relatively casual just about the entire incident. And I thought what was interesting is because right after Kid Cudi gave his reaction, we went to a little break, that Diddy's demeanor really kind of, it was very just kind of, from what I could tell, just kind of emotionless. Like he didn't seem like he thought it was funny or anything like that, which was
Of course it's not funny. Nigga going to prison.
Witness, that being George Kaplan, took the stand where Diddy was laughing at some of the testimony, all of that stuff. But with Kid Cudi specifically today, Jesse, Diddy had little to no reaction from what I could tell from where I was sitting, just about everything. Because when Kid Cudi's kind of alleging that this might have been at the hands of Sean Combs, I think, you know, Sean Combs knows that the jury is kind of listening very closely to these types of allegations.
It's damning testimony, because not only does it help support, as I mentioned, kidnapping, then it helps support arson, right? Arson, one of the other underlying predicate crimes for racketeering. Prosecution just needs to prove at least two. Now talk to me about this. Kid Cudi confronted Diddy, right?
There was definitely a confrontation that happened shortly after the Molotov cocktail was inside Kid Cudi's car. And I thought, just kind of circling back really quick, Jesse, is that he was actually asked, do you think that this was accidental or do you think this was intentional? And Kid Cudi said that he had believed that this was intentional. And so what ended up happening is that he said that Diddy was reaching out to him and texting him and calling him a number of times. And Kid Cudi was just so furious essentially around this time that he just wasn't answering, he wasn't responding, but he just wanted essentially the drama to stop. And so he ended up reaching out to Diddy after his car caught fire because he had told Diddy that this is getting out of hand. And so what ended up happening,
behind a bitch I ain't even fucking with no more,
a number of times with security guards, and then Kid Cudi's manager Dennis had set up this meeting so that way Diddy and Kid Cudi could talk and hash things out. And so this meeting happened in Los Angeles at Soho House, something that they actually have here in New York City as well too. And Kid Cudi had said when he arrived, he met with D-Rock, who escorted him up into a room. And this is where there was kind of a little light moment of laughter, but maybe from Diddy's point of view, he didn't think it was that funny. But Kid Cudi said while on the stand that when he got into this room where he was supposed to meet Diddy, that Diddy was just kind of staring off and he looked like a Marvel supervillain, a point that a lot of people in the courtroom were laughing about, as well as some of the jurors. But
he said Diddy looked like a Marvel supervillain. He is. He is a Marvel supervillain. Nigga, you blew up my car behind a bitch that I don't even fuck with no more, man. He said Kid Cudi could get that car fixed. I thought it was some dynamite or some shit. Hey man, you know, I'm surprised that see, you know, bottom line, man, Diddy fucked up, bro. Diddy fucked up, man. Diddy fucked up, man. He ain't even need to do all that to him, man. You know, I will say this. There are certain niggas out here that I know plenty of niggas. If he would have did that to niggas I know would have celebrated and went on hunting for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would have went on hunting for Diddy, willing to die, hunting for Diddy to have some get back for that. But Diddy picked the right motherfucker. Like, you know, let me do some gangster shit to a motherfucker that's not a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey man, he gonna go to prison for this. He gonna go to prison for this. I would have hoped that, like, free Diddy, man. Let me just say that, free Diddy. I would have hoped some, you know, some type of real nigga influence would have got at Kid Cudi and stopped him. But you know what I'm saying? This Diddy did this to himself by Diddy did this to himself. Diddy fucked up by doing that to him, man. And you know, hey man. Boxing Day. Hey man. How do you sit and talk with a nigga after that unless you planning on doing something later? I feel like you know, I just don't think Kid Cudi had gangsters on the payroll like that. He just wanted it to stop. You know what I'm saying? You know. And truth be told, he probably wouldn't have never said nothing if, you know, that lawsuit wouldn't have came out and Cassie hadn't put that shit in there. You know, Cassie, bottom line, this is all whole treachery, bro. This is all whole treachery. It ain't like Kid Cudi went to the police and said Diddy did this and the police was investigating Diddy. This is all Cassie. Cassie put this shit in the lawsuit, so the feds then since Kid Cudi ain't no gangster, and then the feds hit you with a subpoena and say, "Hey man, come and talk about this." You got to snitch, man, because he ain't no gangster. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no gangster. All the Mongols of the 90s have been quietly removed by alternative means that the bigger picture so that new constrict can be introduced. They ain't got Jay-Z yet. Yes, boss, the veil has fallen, now exposed, so nobody's scared of the nigga no more. Hey, man, and I'm going to say another thing about Diddy, too. Let me say this about Diddy. I feel like when Diddy first began his journey as Diddy and he came out with Biggie and Craig Mack, I don't think Diddy was a gangster. I think Suge forced him into being a gangster. I think he got, you know, if y'all check the histories, you know, he got slapped. Suge slapped him multiple times. You know what I'm saying? He got turned into what he is. You know, Suge turned him into this. You know what I'm saying? And then when Suge and them went to New York for that Source Awards, and then Suge got up on stage and dissed him and was like, when you don't want the CEO dancing in your videos and whatnot, come to Death Row. The New York gangsters wanted to do something to the row right then, and Diddy begged niggas not to do nothing because, you know, Clive Davis and all of the, the white power structure was in the building. So after that moment, Diddy kind of became a boss by force. He became a gangster boss by force. It's like the New York niggas was like, nigga, we gonna function on your behalf whether you want us to or not type shit, I think. Cause you represent New York and you got us out here looking like we soft for some shit. So that's when Diddy people end up chipping my boy Big Jake. That's when, in Atlanta. Once again at Jermaine Dupri party back in 95, Suge was on offense. Suge went out there with my boy. Suge went out to Atlanta, just him and my boy. Suge didn't even think he needed the goonery with him, and went out there and put absolute pressure on Jermaine Dupri and Diddy. Slapping niggas. He slapped Diddy multiple times that night that my boy got chipped. You know what I'm saying? So Suge turned Diddy into this. And then, after that night, when my boy got chipped, then when they came out here on the West Coast, then I remember Biggie had a concert out here at the Anaheim Pond in 95. I remember that. And Biggie and them came out here, and then, Diddy formed an alliance with the South, with Keefy D and them. He formed an alliance with the South, which was another New York gangster nigga, plugged him with them, a nigga that was getting, a nigga that was in a dope game with Keefy D out there in New York, was able to connect Diddy with the niggas from the South who already wanted to get into it with the rope in the mob, you know what I'm saying, on some old gangbang shit, you know what I'm saying, and the rest is history. Then when Tupac got chipped, Diddy was feeling like the overlordian. So now you got a nigga who was, imagine that, you got a nigga who was getting slapped repeatedly. You got a nigga that was getting slapped repeatedly all the way up to Tupac chipped. My boy done got chipped, who was a super factor. My boy, my guy, Big Jake, was a factor out here. He got chipped, then Tupac got chipped. They turned Diddy into a demon. They turned Diddy into a demon. Now Diddy just, you know what I'm saying? So that's like a soft nigga with gangsters all up under him all of a sudden, that's moving on his behalf. He overruling over niggas out here, niggas in New York. Got Tupac chipped. Tupac was a major issue for him. Got Tupac chipped and out the way. And he just left. Then when Biggie got chipped, he probably didn't even really like Big. He probably didn't even really like Biggie. And then when Biggie got chipped, that was, Then he get to be the rapper. then he get to fulfill his dreams as being a rapper. Right then, if y'all look at the histories, you know, then he get to fulfill his dreams as a rapper. Hit the like button. Diddy got turned out by Andre Harrell. Andre Harrell got turned out by Russell Simmons, L.A. Reid. You know, I think Diddy got turned out by Clive Davis, bro. I think Andre Harrell, put him in the game, but I think it was Clive Davis, man. Because Clive Davis is Satan, bro. When you look at Clive Davis, nigga, Clive Davis is Satan, nigga. Clive Davis got Luther. He got Luther, Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying? Clive Davis, nigga. Clive Davis, nigga. Suge could tell you it's Clive Davis. Andre Harrell was really like low key doing bad when he died. He didn't have no money. BossMack, did you hear about the dude in Chicago that killed a dude in broad daylight because he was talking to his girl? I ain't heard about that. But that's YN activity. The YNs is on that for sure. That's YN activity. Dapper Dan had made mention that Diddy's pop used to have wild house parties. Yeah. I think Diddy's pops was on the fringes. He was a gangster on the fringes. Yeah. He was on the fringes. The locks got out the way, yeah. Along the way, he fucked up. He picked up killers and crash test dummies, facts. Andre was running Motown, but they wasn't having success, though. They wasn't having success. Andre didn't have no more success when Diddy left. When Diddy stopped fucking with Andre fell off, man. I appreciate YLB for that $10, man. Ray Gun, I appreciate that $2. I've been saying Diddy was the devil since I was a kid, and I'm 40. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, when Diddy when Diddy had my homie when he had my homie chipped, you know, I felt I ain't gonna lie. I ain't on no gangster shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it tall. You know, the BossMack ain't on no gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when Diddy had the homie chipped, I ain't gonna lie, man, I wanted some people to die like a motherfucker, man. And, I wanted some people to die. And, when Biggie got chipped, I kind of felt good. I felt good and bad. I felt like, okay, that's good. But then I was like, man, that's a loss of some good talent. But I felt I wanted their team to be penalized, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even thinking about Tupac. I was thinking about my guy, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, when Diddy orchestrated that to happen to my peoples, I really felt like, I was like, that was really like, you know, even though I'm from Bompton, you know what I'm saying, from the Nellas and all that, that was really like my first, that was really like my first close homie that got chipped. You know what I'm saying? And I know who responsible for it. And it was just so much bigger than me. Like I just, you know, it's like a nigga didn't know what to do to get. It's like, what do you do to get at this nigga? This is a multi-millionaire nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, niggas is a multi-millionaire nigga. Like, how do you get at this nigga? And then, you know, you see all the plays being ran, you know. Then the nigga end up putting the South up under him, and you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they chipped Tupac, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you know. But then when niggas got Biggie, I was like, okay. But then I still was, you know, even though it was a certain satisfaction at niggas chipping Biggie, I still wanted Puffy to get chipped. I wanted it to be Puffy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been better if Puffy would have got chipped and Biggie would have lived, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. You still from the Nellas though, homie? You still, yeah. Yeah, but, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, there was a certain feeling of helplessness at a nigga as big as Puffy being the orchestrator of my guy getting chipped, man. That's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So, you know, in a lot of ways, I mean, you know, niggas can look at Kid Cudi and be like, Kid Cudi was kind of like you know, a sucker for telling. But, you know, then again, how do you get at Diddy? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to kamikaze. Unless you're going to kamikaze. You know what I'm saying? You can always kill a nigga if you, I mean, you can always unalive a nigga if you willing to kamikaze. You know what I'm saying? When niggas is that big. Shout out to the 108 people in here. Alexander Jackson in this motherfucker. I'm from Bompton and I'm from the Nellas, but I ain't no gangster. I'm just saying though, you know, Bobby Transparency, you know, I'm really from that place, but you know, I ain't on no bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just identify with the community. You know what I'm saying? I just identify with the community, you know. Linnell English, I'm not losing my life for Cassie and Diddy. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Produced by Rock, I appreciate it. Let God handle it. God is handling it. God is handling it. God is handling it. That's the thing. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, Mr. Ethos. God is handling it right now. Oh man, I'm trying to think what Psalm is that? Is that Psalm 18 or 19? Not. I think it's 18. Psalm 18. You will look on and see the recompense of the wicked. You will look on and see the recompense of the wicked. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see right quick. Psalm. Yeah. Psalm 18. The God who executes vengeance for me. I'll say the recompense in 18. Therefore, the Lord recompense. Okay. I gotta find that one, man. I thought it was 18. What was it, 91? Let me see. Oh, yeah. It's 91. Psalm 91. It's Psalm 91. You will only look on with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. You will only look on with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Psalm 91. Hit the like button. I was going to say, I was reading Psalm this morning, waiting for the live to start. Hey, man. Hey, man, yeah. Kinfolk. Hey, man, listen. You will only look on and see the recompense of the wicked. Come on, man. Man, oh man, shit is real. So I think that's the thing, man. Niggas is going to prison. Niggas is going to prison. Niggas is going to prison. What's the word of the day? What was the word? I had a word. What was the word? What was the word? What was the word? I had a word. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was. Hit the like button for this game. Let me see. What was the word I had? What was the word I had? You know, an interesting word I came across. An interesting word I came across that you know I've been fucking with it, but I just came across back from it was pernicious. You know what I'm saying? Pernicious. You know what I'm saying? I like pernicious, man. Pernicious. I like pernicious, man. You know what I mean? Pernicious. Let me move that shit out the way. Pernicious. You know what I mean? Having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. You know what I mean? You know, it's a lot of pernicious bitches out there, man. They gradually fuck you over, man. You know what I'm saying? They gradually fuck you over, bro. They gradually. Pernicious. You pernicious bitch. Yeah, bitch. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Them is the coldest bitches. Very subtle, picking at your shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking you over gradually, not all at once. What they call that? Gaslighting you like a motherfucker. Repeated gaslighting you and shit. Bitch. Oh shit. You know what I mean? You know. Here's the news. Here is the news. Shout out to Joe Blast. Here is the news, man. This is what I noticed. You know. Bitches like a really great bitch that's really in your corner and is really all about you will never ever truly go away from you. You know what I'm saying? Will never ever truly go away from you, man. You know what I'm saying? And if a bitch wants to go away from you, you know, let a bitch be free. You know what I'm saying? Let a bitch be free. Celebrate and rejoice. You know what I'm saying? In spite of the pain. You know what I mean? And know that truly great bitches will not want to stop fucking with you because they need to have you in their life. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I got a lot of bitches that there's many bitches that I dismissed that are not truly gone. They still not gone. They still like right there, like, you know what I'm saying? They still right there. Even though I tried to banish them, even though I was like, bitch, you banished. And the bitch is like, not banished. The bitch is like, nah, nigga, I ain't, you know. It's bitches that I done been like, bitch, I ain't talking to you no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, bitch, matter of fact, I'm gonna block you, bitch. And a bitch realized I done did that, and guess what happened? I done been like, bitch, you blocked. For whatever reason, I'm like, bitch, you blocked. Guess what happened? A bitch pull up right at the door and be like, nigga, hell no. Hell no, nigga. Nigga, no, nigga. What did I do to deserve that, nigga? You gonna, nigga, what? Oh, bitch, you did this, and that. Oh, nigga, hell no, nigga. No, nigga, no. That's unfair, nigga. I didn't mean to do. I didn't mean that when I did that, nigga. Nigga, you can't do that to me, nigga. I'm like, damn, bitch, all right. Okay, bitch. Well, shit, bitch, I was mad because you did A, B, and C. Well, nigga, no, I didn't mean it like that. I thought I was being helpful. Okay, all right, bitch, all right. You can't do that to me. So, you know, I feel like when bitches truly fuck with you, they ain't no, you know, hey, man, you know, be the greatest nigga that you could be, though, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what I noticed, another thing that I noticed is when you never beg a bitch, you never do no simpery. If a bitch wanna be free and you take that on the chin, solid, like, ooh, take it on the chin. Okay, bitch, get on. All right, bitch. And you don't do no sucker shit. Hey, man, bitches feel some type of way, bro. Bitches, bitches want to see you do an emotional episode, man. And if you don't do it, hey, man, even though you can't see yourself scoring points, you scoring points. Even if you can't see yourself scoring points, as long as you don't do no sucker shit, no begging, no pleading, no nothing, you don't do no sucker shit, you be like, damn, this shit is painful. And you wonder if you scoring points. Yes, you are scoring points, nigga. Hit the like button for this game, nigga. Manny, who's that? Mac Mark. I thought that was Manny Dash. Get the cat. Come on, Yale, big. See, that's when you being a great nigga. Jesus Christ, I swear this is the right time. I was ready to line up fades yesterday over pernicious behaviors from dudes around me. Passive aggressive bitch made behaviors that I address directly. Hey man, I cut niggas. Hey man, listen. Apostrophe. Yeah, I should talk about nigga management more. I should talk about nigga management more. Hey, homie, nigga, as a real nigga, I always say, as a real ass nigga, I always say, you live on a mountain. Shout out Thad. I saw Thad in there. Shout out Thad. Shout out Thad. I always say real niggas live on a mountain. You know what I'm saying? You talk about bitch-made behaviors of niggas around you. Listen, man, you know, nigga, real niggas is solo. You understand me? When I see niggas with a lot of niggas around them all the time, I be like, I wonder about them niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you got to be around a bunch of niggas all the time, I wonder about niggas. Like, let's say, for example, when I'm looking at the YNs, right? And let's say a nigga like EBK J-Bo, up and coming YN right now, rapper nigga, right? He back in jail now, right? That's a nigga that have way too many niggas around him. You know what I'm saying? It's too many niggas around him to have success. It's too many niggas around. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas be solo. Real niggas be by themselves, or they be with a couple of chosen niggas. Well-chosen niggas. You talking about man, nigga, listen, man. Real niggas live on a mountain. Nigga, you live on a mountain, nigga. And then every now and then you come down the side of the mountain to fellowship with other niggas. You know what I'm saying? For a little while. And then you go back up on your mountain. And the only thing to be up on your mountain with you is bitches. You know what I'm saying? You know. Hit the like button. If your nigga go on men's retreats to connect with his, he got a limp wrist. If your nigga go on the men's retreats to connect to his inner king energy, he got a limp wrist. I don't even know what the fuck that is, man. I don't even know what a man retreat, nigga. I'm retreated at the crib, nigga. Enemies of the same household. I be on my dolo or a chosen few. Hey, man, listen, man. Like I said, man, you know, I don't know, man. You know, niggas be on that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Game ain't free. Breaking bread to the show. I appreciate that, Rich Carter. That reader listener only show. I'm gonna do that, man. I got you, man. I ain't forgot about that. You must be solo, then come down to committee with other kings, then return to his facts, bro. Hey, man. You know. Hey, man. I'm my own best company, bro. I'm saying, man. I'm my own best company like a motherfucker, man. I'm my own best company like a motherfucker. Also, man, we're going to be coming back doing a show tonight. They got male cuddle parties, too. For who been damaged by whole treachery. Whoa, I feel you, man. Hey, man, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, I just anticipate whole treachery, bro. I anticipate that shit. But yeah, we got a show tonight, man. About 7, 8 o'clock, you know. 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah, the BossMack, you know what I'm saying, man, you know. Like I said, man, you know. Real niggas be on that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, nigga? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do a reader listener email. I want to, yeah, let's do a reader listener email right quick. Then I'm going to come back. You know, I got a couple other sucker things, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, sucker attack. Sucker attack. The art of sucker attack prevention. The art of sucker attack prevention. Who else has had a sucker attack? Can you guess? Who else has had a sucker attack? That cost them. And sucker attacks will have you in jail, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, a sucker attack will have you incarcerated. Sucker attack will have you incarcerated. And let's talk about a sucker attack right quick before the reader listener email, right quick. I bet you guys didn't know about this sucker attack right here. Fat Wave. Fat wave. Now, see, here's the thing, man. You can have millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You can have millions of dollars, be a star, all that. You know what I'm saying? You know. But, you know, I only knew fat niggas with game is rare. Now, I have known some. I've known some niggas that had bitches that was fat. You know what I'm saying? That was fat. But like a fat agile. He was like a fat agile motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But Rod Wave allegedly shot at his girlfriend's G-Wagon multiple times during an argument. Now, here's what happened to Rod Wave. Rod Wave got that bad bitch right there, right? And he would not have that bitch if he wasn't Rod Wave, right? He would not have that bitch if he was not Rod Wave. So, niggas came to Rod Wave house and hit his safe. Niggas came and hit his safe. They tried to take the safe, and then they got in his safe, right? And his bitch backdoored him. Now, instead of controlling his emotions and playing chess, you know what I'm saying? Instead of controlling his emotions and playing chess, he lost control and shot up his bitch's car. You know what I'm saying? Unloaded firearm. And now has all these different charges. You know what I'm saying? All these different charges, you know. Sucka Wave. So look what the bitch has achieved. Look at what she has achieved. Look at what she has achieved. Think about that. A bitch has had niggas have came and hit the safe. Probably the nigga that programmed the bitch to get up under him. You know, niggas a program a bitch. Like, once a nigga see you got a bitch weak. Like I said, nigga management, bitch management. Once niggas see that you have a weakness, right? They slide a bitch up under you. He's weak. He got a weakness for bitches. Slide a bitch up under you. And now a nigga have all these charges. All of these charges. When the bitch orchestrated the lick. The bitch orchestrated the lick. And then instead of playing chess, he get in his emotions, his fat emotions. I can't believe it. I thought she loved me. Lose control. Shoot up the bitch. Shoot up the G-Wagon. He bought the bitch. He shot in the air and shot up her shit. He shot up in the air and shot up her shit. You know what I'm saying? The devil be on niggas' shoulders. Can't listen to him, no. So now a nigga is going to end up, not only did he get a lick hit on him, he got the lick hit. Niggas hit a lick on him. Cleaned out the safe. Then a nigga lost control. Nigga shouldn't even have no money at the house. The bitch, they orchestrate a lick, they come up, then a nigga lose composure, shoot up some shit, get charges, and now a nigga can't even get out and make some money. Now a nigga can't even, you know what I'm saying? And see, then he in pain. He facing the dual pain of, I thought the bitch loved me. I thought the bitch loved me. I'm Rod Wave. I just had a hit record in Sinners. I thought the bitch loved me. Sucka attack, the art of sucker attack prevention. I thought the bitch loved me. Shoot up some shit, charges. Now nigga finna go to jail and had to sit down. The bitch just came, and now the bitch can sue him too. Now the bitch can sue him too. After that, now the bitch can sue him. So it's just like a checkmate for the bitch, you know? Checkmate for the bitch. You know what I'm saying? She got tired of laying up with Fat Wave. Let's bring this shit to a close. Hit the lick. You know what I'm saying? Fat Wave crash out. Now she gonna hit another lick. Yep, casino flex. Now the bitch can sue him. So she got the truck. She good. My dad trained me not to be weak for bitches. A lot of niggas don't have no dad. See that, Ernest Hoffman? A lot of niggas was raised by bitches. So they act like bitches. A lot of niggas was raised by bitches. So they had the emotions of bitches. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the emotions of bitches right there to go to. You realize that it's whole treachery. See, if Rod Wave would have been my nephew, but he probably wouldn't listen to me. But if he would have been my nephew, I would have been like, okay, it's whole treachery. Relax. You deserve this. I would have been telling him when he put the bitch on the team, I would have been like, yo, man, right now you in this dimension of suckerism. I know you ride wave and you feel like you deserve bad bitches, but you don't have no game. You trusting in a bitch. You don't trust no bitch. How, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a bad bitch, you know, but you Fat Wave. Don't never forget that you Fat Wave. You famous and you got money, but you Fat Wave, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Oliver and this motherfucker. Fat Wave. Sucker attack. Even niggas like DDG, sucker attack. Game is essential. You gotta have game out here, man. You gotta have game, bro. Gotta have game. His Holiness, as a transitioning fat nigga, I did get bitches, but BM is right. Sucker shit is stored in fat cells. Especially a weak mentality. Hey, man, listen. Niggas like DDG. DDG did sucker shit. She for sure thought she was doing him a favor by being with him. Yeah. Hey, DDG out here doing sucker shit behind bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? So how, you know, as a fat nigga, you really gotta be on you gotta be vigilant for your own suckerism. You got to be vigilant for your own suckerism. You got to ask yourself, am I doing sucker shit right now? What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing? The most important thing is to run this bag up and secure this generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? You know. I can't be trusting a bitch with the safe combination and I can't have a safe in this house with a bitch. This bitch is not my friend. This bitch ain't my friend, bro. Even Diddy, look at Diddy. Nah, I think Diddy was doing magic and shit with Cassie, though. I think Diddy was doing magic, but niggas is doing sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is doing sucker shit. All right. Read a listener email. I just had to talk about Fat Wave. Fat Wave just had a hit record with Sinners. Just had a hit record. All right. Let's do a real listener email. Let's start out. Hey, man, let me flow and glow right here. I got one for you. All right, let's do it. A nigga from Minneapolis, Minnesota writes to BossMack. He say, BossMack, I'm a 21-year-old nigga out here attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. And that's the Gophers. And I'm currently getting my chili working at UPS and driving for Lyft and Uber. I'ma keep it extra real. I fucks with a few bitches, but I really don't have any bitches locked in on the team per se. I have fucked quite a few bitches on campus, and I also fuck with a lot of regular hood bitches. My issue in particular is with one particular bad bitch that attends the University of Minnesota also. She's 20 years old, and this is a bitch that has put me in the friend zone off the bat. So I went out there and fucked with other bad bitches, and she knows it. Her and her homegirls call me a hoe and whatnot. But I always let a bitch know that I would shut it all down for her. Now, a bitch has me in the friend zone, but a bitch will call me when she has issues or needs a pep talk. A bitch calls me up and has me come through and blow za with her and sip Don Julio from time to time. A bitch likes to cuddle up with me and watch movies and fall asleep in my arms on a regular basis. So a bitch called me over about a week or so ago, and we did our normal 1-2. We smoked some blunts, sipped some Don Julio, and a bitch provided the za and drink. Then we cuddled up on the couch and Netflixed it up. This time, while we was cuddled up, I went on and started rubbing the pussy. And after a few moments, she shut me down and the bitch told me the pussy was closed tonight and cuddled back up with me. Then after about a half hour, a bitch got up, put on a t-shirt and some boy shorts and came back in and cuddled up with me. And after a while, a bitch was pushing her ass on my dick while we watched movies. So I let my hand drop inside her boy shorts. A bitch had on no panties, and I went on and dipped a finger in the pussy. To my surprise, the pussy was soaking wet / macaroni and cheese. So I went on and started finger banging a bitch, and about 2 minutes passed, and a bitch was getting into it. And then all of a sudden, a bitch snapped out the spell. Then a bitch hopped up and was super heated and was like, I told you the pussy was closed tonight. That's fucked up, my nigga. We just friends. I think you should go. I was like, damn, I thought you was with it. My bad. And I left. I waited a few days. A few days passed, and a bitch called me up like nothing happened. And she still wants to be cool with me and shit. BossMack, what are your thoughts on this? Hit the like button for this game. All right. When a bitch put you in a friend zone, you know, and then wants to cuddle up and do shit like that, you know, that's low key like a bitch torturing you, right? That's a bitch torturing you, giving you blue balls like a motherfucker. So if you in the friend zone with a bitch, you know, my philosophy is to never cuddle up with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Never cuddle up with a bitch. Never be available for counseling. You know, when you be see, here's the thing. When a bitch is on your team, right? When a bitch is on your team, that's when you listen to her problems and provide counseling. Never provide counseling and listen to a bitch if she not on your team. You know what I'm saying? That's when you listen to a bitch's problems and do counseling, that is work and energy. You're expending energy, time, you're wasting time, you're listening, you're wasting time, and you're using mental energy listening to a bitch and providing advice. That's reserved for your bitches. Bitch, you not on my team. Now, as your friend, I could talk about fun shit for a quick moment, and then I'm on the move. Ain't no, when a bitch put you in, see, a bitch shouldn't even want to lay up with you, cuddle up with you if y'all just friends. So you should, in your mind, you should think like, okay, this is nefarious shit that this bitch is doing. This is nefarious. Ain't no put your ass on me if you not my bitch. I'm not doing the layup. We're not laying up with you. I'm not cuddling up with you, nothing. If I'm over there, if I come over to watch a movie with you, you sit over there, I'm gonna sit over here. And I'm gonna pass the blunt to you like you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hug and layup and you know, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And then when you observe these rules that I'm telling you, when you don't have no time for counseling and listening to a bitch problems, when you don't let a bitch touch you like that, all that layup, nigga, none of that. I'm laying up with the bitches that actually fuck me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Then you will see a change in the friend zone. Cause the bitch really, like, technically a bitch is getting all the benefits while torturing you. Hit the like button for the game. Yeah, man, that hugging up, man, you know, you'll be better off keeping a bitch over there. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, man. You know. And you know, act like you immune to the pussy, bro. Like when you in a bitch presence, act like you immune to the pussy. Act like it don't move you, man. Like you got other bitches to fuck, bro. And I know you got like a conquest. You thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the way to win is to restrict your time with a bitch, man, because your time is the most valuable. You know, restrict that. You know, all that. Don't never lay up with a bitch that got you in the friend zone, bro. That is that. Listen, man, never lay up with a bitch that got you in the friend zone. Never do that. Never do that. Hit the like button for this game. Gay male girlfriend. Hit the like button. All right. Let's do another one. All right. Shout out Minnesota tapping in, though, man. Shout out Minnesota. Shout out to the Minnesota niggas, man. All right. All right. A nigga from Los Angeles, right there, BossMack. He say, BossMack, I'm a 31-year-old nigga out here getting to my chili as a Uber driver, and I have one bitch on the team. A 29-year-old cashier at Gelson's. Here's my scenario situation. About 5 years ago, I was working for a tech startup, making very close to six figures. Things were good. I was feeling myself a little bit and copped the Trackhawk and the Harley. I was still living with moms. I added the bitch I have now to the team, and we dated for a year. Then we copped an apartment together with both our names on the lease. My bitch wanted to start a family. I told her not yet. I need to stay on the grind for at least a year or two with this tech startup I was working for, and my bitch agreed. My bitch told me she was on birth control. Then after a year of moving in together, boom, my bitch was pregnant. I was pissed at first, but then my son came and I accepted it. Then a year after the birth of my son, the tech startup I was working for folded. We were living together in an expensive apartment. The rent was $4,500 a month on top of my other bills. We stayed in that apartment for another year, and when the lease was up, we moved to the spot where we moved to a spot where the rent was $3 a month, with both our names on the lease. I was struggling to get another job like I had with the tech startup, and I was forced to start driving for Uber. Eventually, I had to get rid of the track hawk and the Harley, and slowly but surely shit started going bad with my bitch. I have the opportunity to start my own company now, and I have investors and a solid business plan. But I have been plotting this in secret, and I am legit afraid to confide in my bitch about my plans. To her, I am just an Uber driver now. And if both our names wasn't on the lease, a bitch would have kicked me out. I'm trying to hang in there for the sake of my son, but shit is all the way bad for us. I haven't touched a bitch in the last 8 months. When the lease is up on this spot, I'm going to suggest we go our separate ways. Now, my plans to start my new company are on point. I just feel like if I talk about my plans with my bitch, she's not going to believe in me. And she may believe in me once the company gets going. But since a bitch doesn't believe in me now, I think I need to get away from a bitch. Hit the like button for this game. Yes. Yeah, man. If you was up getting money and everything was great and a bitch was optimistic, and then when shit started folding, you start losing the respect and you feel it and see it, and now y'all don't even fuck around no more. Y'all just live in the house like roommates. Yes, as soon as I get an opening, I would bounce. You know what I'm saying? I would bounce. I would not discuss none of my plans. I'm from the camp of show a bitch. I'm from show a bitch camp. Fuck that telling a bitch about the plans, man. She might put doubt in your heart. Bitch might curse you, you know what I'm saying? Show a bitch. Get out there and get your shit back popping and show a bitch. And, ain't nothing better than showing a bitch. And then, if a bitch wanna, and then if a bitch wanna rekindle some shit after you show a bitch, you keep a bitch living over there and you live over here. You know what I'm saying? You done already seen what it's like when shit go bad. So you got a view, like shit went bad, a bitch didn't believe, you know what I'm saying? And get on your feet, and you're gonna have to work with a bitch because you got the son, you're gonna have to co-parent, but bitches is funny like that. You'll go separate houses, and a bitch would be confident that you finna downfall and be a peon. A bitch be confident like, this nigga finna be a peon. This nigga finna be a peon. But then you blaze to glory on a bitch. You blaze back to glory on a bitch, right? Then a bitch would be like, I always had your back. I never was doubting you. And then you just say, I feel you, bitch. Live over there now. Let's keep it like this. Live over there, and I'ma live over here. And let's keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be able to make it if you live over there and I live over here. And you know what I'm saying? And you blaze back to glory in separate houses. You understand me? Hit the like button for this guy. Should have never put that on your team. Didn't vet a bitch long enough. Young niggas be learning, man. It's hard out here. Mr. Cart. A lot of times, man, when times is good. See, that's a funny thing, man. When times is good, it's hard to know. It's hard to know, man. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. When times is good, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. You gotta go into shit. See, a lot of niggas don't go into shit anticipating whole treachery, man. You gotta go into shit like, what type of whole treachery am I gonna see? You know what I'm saying? You gotta say that to yourself. You gotta be like, what is this bitch about to present me? What you know what I mean? You know. You just fucked up moving in with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You fucked up, you know, you thought a bitch was on birth control, you know. A bitch seen the bag and was like, well, I'll lock it in. Niggas is out here track hawking it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. Niggas out here track hawking it, Harley, you know. And then when a bitch see you giving shit, when a bitch see you losing toys, oh man, it is hard. It is hard for a bitch to, you know, it's hard for a bitch to see the light. You driving for Uber now? Oh my God, nigga. What does she tell her homegirls? He don't got the track hawk no more? The homegirls is watching. The homegirls is watching. Y'all ain't popping out no more. You know when y'all used to pull up and pop out in the track, y'all pull up to somewhere, a little event. Y'all pull up in the track. It's gone. He ain't on the Harley, you know, you ain't pulling up. He ain't got the Harley no more. What's going on? Oh, shit, freezing. Damn. What's it? My shit freezing. Damn. Shit freezing. All right. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all today. Rebuild, you can do it, my nigga. You can do it. Be strong. Be strong out there, my nigga. Shout out to everybody. We gonna be back tonight. We're gonna be back tonight. Shout out to everybody. We're gonna be back tonight. Damn, my shit freezing up, man. I appreciate the love, Red Jet Shell. We gonna be back tonight though. Probably about 8 o'clock. So I'ma holla at y'all. 100 Shop BossMack Streetwear. Get your issue. Shout out Mr. Cart. I appreciate that $10. Get you some BossMack streetwear. Show some love. Kinfolk. What time you gonna kick that joint off? About 8 o'clock. About 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, I got a female coming through, man. I got a female coming through to get down with me, you know. And it should be interesting. And yeah, we'll see you guys then. We'll see you guys then. You feel me? Bless it. Wait a minute, shit stuck. Shit is sticking. Oh shit. Oh shit. Trapped on the show, yeah. Yeah. Trapped on the show.